This week in the restroom, we get our thigh highs on to flush a cheap nightclub mess from 2010. We've got Indian casino production numbers, rap video quality makeup, off-the-shelf plot devices, gay stereotypes, and singer Christina Aguilera playing a dancer with a heart of gold about as convincingly as Rachel Drecke appearing in a road production of Showgirls. It's Burlesque. And before we flush it, we're going to take it out and play with it a little. Restroom Cinema. We're here to flush it, so you don't have to see it. Greetings, everyone. I am Honor Knight, your head cinematic flusher right here in the restroom. As always, I'm joined by my lovely co-cinematic flushers, Midwest movie mogul Colleen Griffin.
Hey, hey, hey.
And sassy cinephile Sarah Polton.
Hi, biatch.
Let's kick off this flush with a round of Thunder Dump. Thunder Dump. I'll put 60 seconds on the restroom clock, and we're going to go around the cinematic bowl to see who has the worst alternate title for this week's cinematic turd. The loser will then get to read the RSS, that's Restroom Stall Stats, in a funny voice of my choosing. Here we go. Griff!
If I could turn back time, I'd walk off the set.
Excellent. Polton!
What a Girl Wants.
Ah, wow, pretty soft.
Aguilera song?
Pretty soft. All right, well, you have to explain the joke. I had G-rated Showgirls.
Accurate.
Griff!
The best little whorehouse near LAX.
Wow, you're killing it. Polton!
Wigs.
I thought about
All right,
that
that's
one.
really good.
I thought about that one.
I had RuPaul's Burlesque race. Not bad.
I thought about a play on that too.
Griff!
Stanley Tucci must be in a lot of debt.
Oh, all right, that's a little weak, but all right, not bad. Polton!
Genie in a Bottle.
I had Madame Tussauds Burlesque Museum featuring Cher. A little long way to go. Griff!
Valley of the Pussycat Dolls.
Polton!
Stripped.
All right, and that's time. That is time. Holy shit. What a way to lame ending to finish out. Polton is obviously the loser this time out, who just reverted to just doing song titles.
She had to come on at the last minute.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we were supposed to have Miss Crest here, but she's stuck in traffic, so Miss Polton is stepping in. I don't know if I can cut her off slack. All right, Griff, then I guess you're going to take the bullet for this. You're going to do the voice you get to read this week's stats is in the voice of Marilyn Monroe. There you go. Diamonds are a girl's best friend, Griff.
Why couldn't I have done Friday?
I know, you see. Well, that's what, maybe you shouldn't have taken that bullet. All right, have at it.
Burlesque is a 2010 American backstage musical film written and directed by Stephen Anton, which stars Cher and Christina Aguilera, along with Eric Dane, Cam Giganette, Julianne Hough, Alan Cumming, Peter Gallagher, and Kristen Bell and Stanley Tucci. The film was released on November 24, 2010 in North America. Cher and Aguilera contributed to the soundtrack album. Well, was Happy Birthday on there? Aguilera contributing 8 of the 10 songs and Cher taking the remaining 2. Cher co-stars in her first film role since 2003's Stuck on You. Ooh, I think we flushed that one. And it's her first musical film. She plays Tess, a former dancer who struggles to keep the nightclub open. Ooh, I wonder if that club has everything. And serves as a mentor to Aguilera's character, Allie. Director Stephen Anton wrote the original screenplay. Diablo Cody from Juno revised it uncredited. The film had grossed over $90 million worldwide.
All right, there you go.
Oh my God.
Very nice job, Griff. Not too bad for pulling that one out.
I had to mute my mic because I was going to poop my pants laughing.
Well, yeah, we don't want to hear, we don't want to hear that. Great job, Griff. Nice job. Who knew a film about burlesque dancing could be utterly boring? Snoozerville.
Who knew a film about burlesque could have so much to do with real estate?
Yeah.
Can we talk about how this isn't burlesque? Like,
no, it's actually not.
Burlesque is.
All right, I guess we should
throw that out there.
Yeah.
It's like a dinner theater production of Chicago.
big time dinner theater and cheap dinner theater guys like that.
Lip singing.
There was more nudity in Zombievers that we did a couple weeks ago than anything here. There's no boobs. We get one ass. We get one ass,
yeah,
but it's not even a girl. I know
like
it's not about the nudity, but
and like the closest it gets, like the pasties where Julianne Hough and Kristen Bell are doing that number where they have like the sheer bras with like the pasties underneath.
Yeah, really lame on that part. It's not really sexy. We'll talk about that as well. Loretta, I'm leaving. Nothing says poor serving wench better than an ugly yellow sweater and a professional makeup job. Aguilera's decked out like she's filming a country western video at the beginning of this film.
That setting was like, you know,
Jesus.
that like a Wes Anderson movie when you can't tell what time period it takes place in.
I said if Aguilera's hoop earrings were any bigger, she can charge tourists admission to ride them like the London Eye. My God, those things are fucking
Did
huge.
you ever get used to her wig?
Yeah, she had a wig for the entire thing, right?
God, it was so bad.
There's a lot of, but between the makeup job, obviously, she's glamored up right from the get-go, and you're thrown right out of the movie.
But that's supposed to be like her no makeup look.
Oh, that's.
If I had to guess the budget for this film, I would say like $100,000.
I think it's actually
the wig budget. They borrowed Britney's old wigs for braces.
There's the Britney wig truck pulled up. Yeah, the wigs are terrible. The makeup job, for the most part, all across the board, is pretty bad. We'll talk about that as we go further.
Drag queen makeup.
You take that money, he's gonna come after you. Because we all know the local yokel bar owners have international resources to track you down over a lousy $150. And that was that guy. He looked like Steve Bannon.
She's like, I need my check. And then she's like, but you haven't paid me for last week. But what makes you think
he's going to pay you now?
He's going to have it if you just ask him then. Like,
you look like Steve Bannon in the early years.
Oh, my
guy,
God.
Then he just walked out, didn't he? Yeah. He's like, I'm out of here. And I'm paying you shit. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling. Phew. We only had to wait 2 minutes into this turn before Aguilera would bust out singing.
Oh, and I'm sorry, did the soundtrack have just like background music? Like, I'm sorry, that jukebox just had background music?
Yep. For a woman who is hell-bent on getting away from her one-horse shit-town, you'd think she'd skip the opening credits musical number. Why is she still in the bar singing? I thought she was leaving. She stole She stole the money out of the cash register. And instead of leaving, she gets on a chair and just starts belting out
she was supposed to wait and then cut out of there. So that other lady could go pick up her son from school.
Yeah.
To show just like what a nice girl she was.
I'd like a ticket to Los Angeles, please, because New York, Chicago, Nashville, and Las Vegas are completely out of the question for furthering a musical career. Who picks LA?
Let's talk about the fact that she doesn't want to be a famous singer.
No, she
wants to be a burlesque dancer.
Well,
she wants to be like a background dancer. When she was like going from audition to audition, like, in an age before smartphones, apparently. She 2010. Like, you know, all the things said like, oh, pretty dancer, pretty video music. Like, it was all for like background dancer stuff.
Yeah.
like you are an incredible singer. What do you want to do? Shitty burlesque dancing.
Right. Exactly.
Why?
Burlesque lounge. Because who knew in the middle of Los Angeles you'd be able to teleport directly to New Orleans? 6-minute mark.
Yeah, that is straight out of...
LA is not really known for... There is a burlesque group, and there's a very talented woman by the name of Tanya Kay, who I'm friends with, who has a burlesque group called the La-Las, and they're very popular in the Los Angeles area. I will say that. So burlesque does exist, but what she does in that show is actual burlesque, and it's 10 times better than anything that's going on in this movie. So there's a big difference between what's in this movie and what she does. But again, you're not going to see many of these type of things. I don't know why she didn't go to New Orleans. That's really kind of burlesque, right? That's more known. Chicago, I think, is more known for. There's others.
Chicago,
New York.
Yeah.
Well, okay. This is directed by the brother of the woman who founded the Pussycat Dolls.
Oh, really? Oh, that's very interesting. Okay,
interesting.
I wish he had the talent of the woman.
That's where he got the idea.
He got the idea watching Showgirls. That's where he got the fucking... No,
watching when Christina, like, because they used to do a thing where like a rotating celebrity would host the show, the Pussycat Dolls show in LA, and apparently he got the idea from watching her.
Oh boy, really do it. Discovering a Moulin Rouge-style burlesque club in the middle of Los Angeles is like discovering a gay nightclub in Moscow.
Oh, okay.
It's not gonna.
If she discovered covered some high school production of Mulan.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, we'll talk about that as we get inside, but this is the outside of the building, which apparently is located on Sunset Boulevard. Miss Crest is probably trying to get herself down Sunset Boulevard right now, and if she could be here, I would definitely ask her about that. I think that location's bullshit. I don't think there's any burlesque club anywhere along Sunset Boulevard. You people living in L.A., or Tanya K. Tanya, if you're listening, let me know if that club exists, but I don't think any clubs are like that in the Los Angeles area. Strip club? Honey, I should wash your mouth out with Jägermeister. Guys, if you ever wonder what happened to actor Alan Cumming after his turn as Nightcrawler in X-Men United, wonder no more. I know, but first of all, Cumming seems to be permanently trapped in the production of Cabaret with that guy liner and the bowler hat.
Oh my God, right? But he was so wasted.
Exactly. That's what aggravated me the most, though. I said, how do you cast a talented Alan Cumming in your burlesque film, mind you, and then regulate him to the role of just a doorman? That's like casting Tom Cruise in a gay porn and not letting him give a blowjob on camera. It just doesn't work. It's just.
God.
Do you see my point, though? It's Alan Cumming. The guy has done Cabaret in New York in a theater. Like Shia LaBeouf slapped his ass.
He's won awards for it.
I know. And then he's stuck in the doorman. He does have a number about 3/4 of the way through the film, but it's so cut up. He's barely there. I mean, there's just a couple shots of him doing something funny on stage with a couple chicks and a banana. I know it sounds funnier than me saying it like that than it actually is when you see it.
Actually, it was kind of funny.
Well, yeah, because you were so bored.
That was the most clever portion of the film.
Exactly, and I wish there was more of that and more of him. He literally has 3 lines in a movie. What a shame.
I know, but he was the best part.
Welcome to Burlesque. Cher shows up on stage around the 8-minute mark, looking more and more like her own wax figure with each passing year. Man, she looked terrible in this.
She owns it.
How dare you?
She owns a wax figure that she
owns. She knows what she looks like.
She can't move her own face.
References it all the time.
I know, but
she owns it.
She can't move her own face. Griff. Everything is just literally she looks like
her makeup was still better than Aguilera's.
There's a couple scenes where she's okay, but the makeup is her makeup is a blowout too. Las Vegas-style production number in a shitty burlesque club is about as believable as a Las Vegas-style production number from that shitty bar in Flashdance. Again, I love seeing these movies where they have a shitty nightclub or a bar, and then you reverse the camera and you show the stage, and it's obviously a studio set. Because there's no way you're going to fit all this technical equipment, lights, and stage production inside your crappy bar from New Jersey, or in this case, on Sunset Boulevard, which does have better bars than this one. So completely unbelievable. It throws you right out of the movie.
This whole thing screamed Reno to me.
Yeah. Kept waiting for Kathy Griffin to open. If you're expecting to pay $20 cover and you're getting a $100 show, that's not going to happen, folks. Because that's how much it cost to get in, was $20, which I thought was a little high. I thought $10 for that kind of nonsense.
If it was actually a good show, or
that's what I said.
An actual burlesque show, yes, $20 would make sense.
It's not a burlesque show.
What they do is not burlesque.
Right.
No.
Lip syncing in your undies and then kind of shitty half dancing, like a kind of choreography. It was just like the kind of dancing you'd see at your 6th grade talent show.
It's all cruise ship stuff.
I think you could get better on a cruise.
I don't like a Carnival cruise.
Well, wait, you're talking about Carnival? Yeah.
Yeah.
They went downhill after Fast stopped making those.
Ouch! Oh wow! There you go. And what's his name was on the boat, wasn't it? Yeah, Richard Simmons. He did a cruise too. Cruise to Lose.
Probably.
I don't know if that was Carnival. Yeah. But what this film needed, you know what this film needed? Richard Simmons doing burlesque. I would have watched that.
So true.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh my God,
he would have killed it.
There's actually, I remember my mom had a Richard Simmons video back in the 90s, and he did a little routine where he goes, "Hi, my name's Richard. What's yours?"
Yeah.
And he was doing a little burlesque routine.
Exactly. Who does a girl have to flirt with to get from here up to there? And if by flirting, folks, you mean blowjobs, well, the line starts right over there.
She's from Iowa, so
well,
she thinks she can just flirt.
So she wanders into the bar. Of course, it's all fucking magical. This is your dream to be a burlesque dancer. Not even burlesque. We're talking Carnival Cruise Line performer. And she goes up to the bar, and of course, there's a guy who looks like he's from Clockwork Orange. With the bowler hat, and the eyeliner, the guy liner, right? Who gives her the instructions. The foot, the neck, the back. It's amazing Cher just doesn't break apart like a mannequin at this point. She's complaining about she can't. She's having issues. To Stanley Tucci, we're gonna mention him. He's coming up. I want to give a little prop to that. I may not be Mr. Tess anymore, but I still own half this place. What you don't know in Peter Gallagher is that half-assed New York accent that makes him sound like he runs a pizza joint on Long Island. 12-minute mark. Guys, the cast is...
You know what he looks like? He looks like handsome Steve Bannon.
What?
Oh, God.
What?
You know, hair of the dog. He doesn't look like he's showered or shaved in a while. His clothes are all rumpled. Yeah, he's angry all the time.
He is. He plays the brother of Cher, and they're half owners in his club.
No, the ex-husband.
I'm sorry, ex-husband. My bad. Yeah, I guess it could have been brother and sister. Ex-husband, and I don't know what's wrong with his hair. His hair is all frumped up. They should have just combed it back like normal. So anyway, the club, as you know, I'm telling you guys, it's always the same off-the-shelf plot device. The club is on financial straits and is threatening to go under unless, you know, something happens. They get some money, and this is the running theme throughout the whole damn movie. I would like to see just one movie where, you know, the club or an establishment was doing well, and just build a story on that. Aren't there any successful clubs, nightclubs, bars, restaurants? You know, strip clubs.
It is a pretty high turnover business.
I keep waiting for John Taffer to come in to these films every goddamn time we see that. Yeah, Jesus Christ. And you are in my mirror because I want you on my coaching team for The Voice. Duh. So all right, hey, Miss Aguilera is directed to go talk to Tess, which is the Cher's character, about getting a job dancing on stage. Cher told her fuck off, but she does end up getting a job.
She's too nice to her.
She is a little too nice. She does end up getting a job at the bar. We'll talk about that.
She picks up a tray and just says,
yeah, that's what you can do. You can do that.
Bats her eyelashes at the guy liner.
Yeah.
And says, hey, just give me one night, one chance, okay?
Yeah.
Because, hey, she was a cocktail waitress, sort of, back in Iowa.
Great enthusiasm, terrible timing. Which is exactly how the talented Stanley Tucci ended up in this turd. When the best performance of your film, guys, about burlesque comes from Stanley Tucci, you know you missed your mark.
True.
What the hell?
So true.
He's really
so
good
in this role.
He is.
He can do no wrong.
That's the thing.
I know, but I'm like, why?
But why? Exactly, because
he's
he really is. I'd rather watch an hour and a half film about his character. Anything, like I said, anytime he's on screen, he really adds to the value to the film. He makes such a presence.
But the first time I saw him on screen, I literally go, God damn it, Stanley Tucci.
I know, Stanley Tucci.
I'm like, why do you keep being in these movies?
They probably paid him very well. And if somebody was like, hey, come hang out in LA for like 3 weeks and hang out with Cher, I'd do it.
Paws and claws. Here we go. Actress Kristen Bell rolls into the Moulin Douche around the 14-minute mark, mainly because back in 2010, Kristen Bell had to eat. I said,
yeah.
Bella's about
She is so talented.
Not here. Not here. No.
I do, but I'm confused.
That's bullshit. Look.
No, I feel like she did a good job with a very poorly written character.
I disagree about that. I said Bella's about as believable here as a burlesque performer as her husband Dax Shepard is as a credible actor. She's terrible in this film.
Seeing her in The Good Place made me believe her more in this.
I'm not saying she doesn't have talent elsewhere. I think she's miscast. She's horribly miscast in this role. She's the Gina Gershon of the piece, and she can't do Gina Gershon.
She can be a real asshole.
No, she's just too damn cute. I think the problem is she just doesn't really carry that weight.
Have you watched The Good Place?
I don't know if I've seen a good. Is that a good movie? Then probably no. I work in the restroom.
No, it's a TV show.
Oh shit. Okay, well, good thing.
She plays That's a no.
She plays a person who accidentally ends up in heaven because she has the same name as somebody that was supposed to go to heaven, and it turns out she's the worst person ever.
Is that Ted Danson filling out the back end of his career?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
all right.
it's. Please
all right.
Watch it.
All right. Now, good thing Cress isn't here. She'd read the riot act about me.
Can we just throw this out there?
Oh boy.
Kristen Bell is actually a singer. She's actually a great singer.
Does she sing in this though? Or she? I think.
No, but she doesn't sing in this.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Again, there's nothing.
Exactly.
No one uses anyone's talent.
Right.
Exactly.
Nothing makes sense.
Ma'am, what am I? My mother? Pretty much Cher. You can work your way through that one, but
I almost wonder though if she knew what she was saying.
Some of this I know she's in on, but still, it's I know. She basically says, "Don't call me ma'am." That's kind of one of her running things. But Miss Bell ends up getting a job.
Aguilera.
I'm sorry, Aguilera. Belle is actually late to get to work and then get on stage. She likes to booze it up, much like us here in the restroom. As a result, Stanley Tucci says, you're late for a very important date. Stanley Tucci, of course, is the Mad Hatter of this burlesque Wonderland. And we're going to see that Wonderland theme come into play. Again, there's another line. I'm tired of seeing that motif.
Like that was
we're really old, guys.
What was the point of that?
It doesn't really pay off, so I'm not sure. What is this waitress still doing here? Since when does a bitchy burlesque performer care about a woman she met for about 2 seconds?
Because she humiliated her.
Well, yeah, but it ain't Showgirls. And like I said, once again, it's Kristen Bell trying to bitch it up, and she just doesn't. Maybe, like I said, The Good Place. Maybe like there are different levels to her now. I'm just looking at this in 2010. I think she's terribly miscast in this role. There's a lot of other actresses around that time that could have done this role.
Well, apparently,
a lot better.
I don't know how accurate this is, but according to IMDb, Christina Aguilera wanted Emma Stone for that role.
Yeah, see, that would have been a better choice.
I don't
That would be
think
great,
so.
I think.
I said better, not great choice. Not a great choice, a better choice. I think she could have done bitchy a little better, just slightly better.
There are 2 other people who I think both would have been great: Jessica Biel and, wait for it, Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, I thought I saw Lindsay Lohan like in the face of some of these performers, but then again, we had to suffer through that god awful. I know, it killed me, and I don't know, man.
Would have been, like, to see her like playing basically herself.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we wouldn't have to flush it.
The question is, do you have the talent? Nah, but we're going to pause for this brief montage of Aguilera boning up on all things burlesque around the 19-minute mark. That should cover it. That's what she's wearing, like just a t-shirt and nothing, and she's like reading books on her bed.
Apparently,
that's how all women do it.
She knows how to read about as well as Donald Trump, because what she ended up doing
is
was
nothing.
not burlesque.
No, it's not burlesque at all. As a matter of fact, why is she pulling books up? A simple Google's. I think they had Google in 2010.
She didn't know about Google in Iowa. They didn't have Google in Iowa.
That's right. They still had that old cash register, that old timey cash register in the bar.
They were still using Alta Vista.
Yeah, and AOL. His name is Mr. Long Johns. I'm not gonna sing in that, but
do you know who's sang that actually? And I knew this because I had the captions on. Megan Mullally sang that song.
Wow, that's very interesting. And she does a lot better than Kristen Bell up on stage, looking like she's performing at a Busch Gardens theme park show and not a risque nightclub. She doesn't sell that at all.
Uncomfortable.
She does. She looks really uncomfortable. That's what I said.
I shouldn't be up here.
Why didn't they just get Megan Mullally to do the role? I think that would have been cooler, just to have her on there. Yeah.
What you guys have to understand is she can't be actually good, right? The club is failing. Like, Christina Aguilera has to be better than her, so she has to dull her performance down.
All right.
Well, and also,
devil's advocate.
Yeah, and it was a blink and you'll miss it moment. But at the beginning, when Aguilera goes backstage and bumps into her, her purse falls and like a bottle of pills fall out. Like, as to show, like, oh, this Nikki girl, like Kristen Bell's character's on pills.
Yeah.
So maybe they cut some of those scenes out, and that would make more sense about why she's kind of weird, stiff, and muted. Yeah. I don't know.
Completely unbelievable. You said there was going to be a partnership. Cher can barely chunk out her lines through all that Botox. I kept waiting for her face to split apart like that Annabelle doll. The 21-minute mark. Her lips are way too thick in that. I just said it's going to be part. She sounds like fucking Stallone for most of her dialogue.
How does that go?
All right. I wish you can just hear most of her dialogue clearly, and you can't. She's constantly trying to chunk it out.
It sounds more like she's chewing on taffy.
All right, ladies, drinks. Because all burlesque dancers get boozed up while they're performing on stage. Sure. Do you notice that?
It seemed like an after-performance drink.
No, they were in the middle of the night. No, they weren't. They were getting ready to go back on stage. What's her name? Christina Aguilera.
All the other ones had like a mild cocktail, or maybe they were non-alcoholic. It was just
it's not a strip club. It's not. No, you can't. You can't do that and be a competent dancer in these venues. You can be a stripper, yes, but you can't be a dancer.
That's why Cher took the 2 shots of Patron away from.
Yeah, 2. She's a pro. That's why.
Also, is this like burlesque sponsored by Patron?
Well, yeah, Patron.
Shout out.
There's a lot of Patron in this film, a lot, and we're not knocking it. Patron is fucking great, so I mean, I will endorse that. Here, call whoever you want on my cordless phone from 1995 at the 26-minute mark. So Miss Aguilera goes home one night and finds out her entire apartment has been trashed, as it usually happens when you're living in LA, and it's a hotel room. Her money that she had hidden in the toilet, don't ask, has been stolen. She has nowhere else to go, so she shows up at the Clockwork Orange, Malcolm McDowell's house. He has a nice apartment. He's got a pretty good sized apartment for LA. Polton's got a very tiny studio apartment. Looks nothing like this guy's spacious 1-bedroom apartment. I'm pretty sure this guy makes less than Sarah Polton. I'm almost positive. That place is nice.
100% he makes less than me.
That apartment costs at least
it's beautiful.
$1,500.
Oh yeah, it's got hardwood.
to $2,000 a month.
Oh, easily. It's got hardwood floors, and they got those French doors for the bedroom. It's absolutely really nice. Only in movies, folks. This guy would have been living in the same shithole that Miss Aguilera was living in just moments before she showed up on his doorstep.
Is it because she's from Iowa? By then, you would think she got like a bank account. Well, yeah. And like was putting her money in the bank.
Yeah, apparently nobody has a bank account. Nobody has working cell phones. Nobody has a computer they can Google. It's just 2010. This is not 1910. Okay, you can't do a starry-eyed type of role. You have to update the material and just have them doing modern shit. Like Griff said, a simple checking account, and that would have solved that problem.
Jack is the only person who has a cell phone.
Yeah, and he also, but he still has that
whole movie.
However, he still has that cordless phone that I just mentioned he has a landline in the apartment, which in 2010 he would not have had that landline because it cost a fortune.
That's
bartenders do very well, and some do really well. So I don't want to offend the 7 bartenders that are probably listening to the show. I know some of you guys make fucking bank. I don't think this guy was really making this much money to afford this kind of apartment and a landline.
I mean, was his girlfriend paying for it?
Well, he was engaged, and maybe she was supposed to be splitting, but even so, that's a very expensive 1-bedroom apartment. And it's only exists in movies, guys. And they have to do that so they can get the cameras in there, make it look sexy, make it look nice. We understand from a production designer aspect why they do that, but we're just saying, I wish it would just balance this shit out and just have them in some skeezy fucking roach-filled apartment where the roaches are singing like in Joe's apartment, which would have been much more. In fact, I guarantee the musical numbers, folks, in the film Joe's Apartment with Chris O'Donnell are 10 times better than any of the musical numbers in this film. Singing roaches.
O'Donnell, not Chris O'Donnell.
Well, the beer's kicking in. All right, we can go with him too. Whoever was in that, the human, let me tell you, they did a Busby Berkeley styled number on a toilet seat and then had all the roaches jumping into the toilet swimming. It was 10 times more brilliant than anything you're gonna see in this movie.
It was like Be Our Guest with roaches.
Be Our Guest with roaches. Wish I would have seen that scene in Beauty and the Beast. You wrote that? Of course he wrote that. He's not just a bartender with guyliner, folks. He's got mad movie skills, yo. He can play the piano, the little synth piano, a keytard. I don't know. Whatever he is, he can play music, guys. He can't. It's not just enough for him to be a bartender. He's got that secret skill.
It was like a combination of like a laptop and a keyboard.
It was
so weird.
It's a lap board.
I was just looking at him because I am insanely attracted to this man, and I've seen this movie 4 times, and it's just because it comes on television, and I see him, and I'm like, all right, clear my schedule.
Sarah needs a little alone time when she watches it. Now, arguably, yes, he is a good-looking guy, and he's in really good shape. Cam Gidget or Gignet or whatever the fuck this guy's name is. He is. All right, Polton.
Really good shape. Oh my god.
I got to turn on the air conditioning in the restroom. Got to cool Sarah down.
Pop out of my head like ooga.
I bet you that's not the only thing that's popping out.
Like the wolf in the old Looney Tunes cartoon.
Yeah, granted, he is a good-looking guy. We'll talk a little bit more about him, but because he does strip down. He's the only person that really strips down in the movie. Go figure that.
Right?
So he's the only, the bartender is fucking naked. The bartender.
They know their audience, though.
Yeah.
It's the Magic Mike prequel.
You thought I was gay? Oh, we all did, actually. See, I thought she mistakenly thinks the bartender. I thought he was gay. I actually thought he was gay. Turns out he is actually straight because he's a little too manscaped.
It's L.A. though.
Oh, they all look like that.
All
right.
If you've been on Tinder on L.A., not that I have. Yes, I have.
No.
This is what the men.
Okay.
They all have their headshots, and this is what they look like.
All right.
It's confusing.
What is she doing? Advancing the plot since the other headliner got knocked up. So if the headliner gets locked up, they have to look for a new singer. Of course, now they're going to hold auditions in the middle of the day. And guess who happens to be around? Fucking Christina Aguilera is a fucking hard-on about getting on stage and just being a fucking burlesque dancer. So she gets up there and does her thing. And she's half-assing it, but then she kind of turns them around to her dancing. And
okay.
Cher said
how she always wears stripper shoes. From the very first scene of this movie.
Yeah, right. She is. Yeah,
she
in stripper shoes.
She always wears stripper shoes.
Yeah, she's always in stripper shoes. Yeah, that's a standard issue.
I would be interested to find out how much creative license she had over this movie.
Probably quite a bit. This whole movie's front loaded with her and shenanigans. It's all of it, and it looks like it's a 2-hour music video of Christina, or a concert film by her, really. And that's what was really annoying. Everybody else gets blown out of the water, including fucking Cher, who really gets sidelined for most of Aguilera's nonsense. We get it. We know she can sing, and we know she can dance, and we know she has a career. But Jesus, man, you got to give a little elbow room to the other people fucking performing in it. You know, I was trying to just hang on. I was hanging on to Stanley Tucci because I was so sick of everybody else at this point. And thank God Tucci pulled through.
I just couldn't stop staring at the wigs.
All right. I am so going to regret this. Whew. Cher also said this line when she signed on to do the film. Hey-o. There's my official hey-o for this show. Alice, well, welcome to Wonderland. Drinking game, folks. Take a drink every time they roll out an Alice in Wonderland line. Actually, I think they only did it twice, so make them stiff drinks. The first one that Stanley Tucci said, and this one that Stanley Tucci said. How come he got to do all those lines? Isn't there somebody else that could have dropped that? Alan Cumming, who's still stuck as being a doorman? Right now, Alan Cumming is in a club in L.A. taking $20 from people because of this show. Nobody wants to give him anything else to do. You know, he's an incredibly talented human being. Why are all the cinematic strip clubs treated like magical places where dreams blossom? The only thing I've ever seen blossom at a strip club is a case of herpes. Again, we're in this place. Oh, yeah. Well, you got again, Jiggles and Poon.
You're not wrong.
Poon. Right, I'm not wrong on that. If you've been to our strip club, you know how that goes. Every time you go to these places, it's something like this magical wonderland. Guys, it's really not like this. I hate to tell you that. If you walk into any burlesque club or strip club or any kind of place where there's dancing and booze, it doesn't have that kind of effect on you. I don't understand why anybody would aspire to do this.
Yeah, you don't have like a chorus line rejects like performing.
A chorus line. Yeah, and now you're dating yourself because there's about 7 people who know that. First of all, you've got to wet. Okay. First of all, you got to wet it if you're gonna get a clean line. Griff.
That's what she said.
Hey. This is when Cher decides to war paint up Christina Aguilera. And holy shit.
That brush isn't going to work because it's old. And Cher goes, here, use mine. And I'm sorry. You don't. Okay, you need to disinfect the hell out of that shit. As a former makeup artist, that bugged the hell out of me.
All right, Griff, we got to go back to the beginning and have you redo the stats as Cher. Because I think that would have been a much better choice than Marilyn Monroe. I got to remember that for next week. Didn't you watch your mom put on makeup? No, but we're going to watch Cher transform Aguilera into a full-blown street hooker mode around the 40-minute mark. That makeup, boy, the end result of that one is looked like she was...
My little John Bonet.
Griffin with the win. She looks like she was going to, star in the Ringling Brothers circus. The makeup was just horrific. It was just way overblown. But it looked totally normal to Cher. That would be normal for her.
She did a little like boop with the blush brush, and all of a sudden she had full.
Oh, she's full makeup. It was full makeup,
right? Contouring and highlighter.
It's literally impossible. Yeah, for the 2-minute scene, it wasn't even. It would have taken like 40 minutes to do all that on her face.
Oh no, it would have taken 3 minutes at least to do the eyeliner.
Man, oh man.
This is also like her walking around makeup.
Like,
she's overdone in every scene. It's not like her makeup doesn't change from hanging out
it doesn't.
to being on stage.
No, you never see of her just a natural look of her, and that's what really bugs me. I would love to see this one natural look of her.
Christina does not do natural.
No, she doesn't.
No, she does.
She doesn't. She never.
Remember her bronzer face?
Yeah.
Everybody was spray tanning. Just everyone, your skin color is perfect. Please do not tan it. You don't need to tan it. You don't need to lighten it. Your skin color is beautiful the way it is.
But her spray tan face. Whew.
So she goes home to find out that her roommate. Well, she's just kind of crashed on the bartender's couch. But the bartender's having enough issues with paying the rent because his old lady, his fiance, is still performing in some rando show in New York and can't get back to pay the rent. I don't understand. And so he needs a kind of a roommate. And she says, I'm the only thing standing between you and eviction. That and those distracting breasts. I was really distracted by her morning outfit there. I don't think she was wearing a bra, so that would lead me to believe. Are her breasts real? Or did she have an boob job? Christina Aguilera in the scene.
Oh, no, those are not real.
Oh, that's why they were standing like that. Okay, never mind. Okay,
I remember when she got him, and it was like 2000 or 2001. I saw him in a tabloid, and I was like, oh, girl, what did you do?
Because I was wondering why they were still they were really perked up and she wasn't wearing a bra. But now, all right, so they were. Because any other breast, she wouldn't look quite as
Well, when she was laying down too, when she first got to Jack's house, like when she was laying on the couch, you could see the ridge.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh boy.
Oh shit. All right, there you go.
Don't poke an eye out.
Yeah. Gotta be careful whipping those things around. Okay, so that explains that. Hey Dave, Tess wants to see you. Kristen Bell will now drop into full Gina Gershon mode around the 46 million mark in an attempt to sabotage Aguilera's character, because this is how all burlesque performers act. They're all needy, whiny, selfish bitches that don't want to see anybody else. What's his name? Kristen Bell sent home because she's fucking drunk, and Cher puts Kristen Bell in her to do her act. And so, what does she do? She just unplugs the music, right?
Yeah, she pulls out the
lame
the auxiliary cord.
Yeah,
or
but
whatever.
that guy, yeah.
raise the curtain so Aguilera can finally show off her mad singing skills only 48 minutes into running time. On a related note, folks, how's she mic'd up for that sequence?
To be fair, I don't think she would need a mic in a theater that size.
Oh, yeah, but she's mic'd, but she is mic'd, though.
They have a live band right there that just isn't playing.
Right.
And then they have a soundboard. What the actual fuck?
Oh, that's
Why
a good
would
point.
you hire a band and then play a soundboard?
No wonder they're going to get foreclosed on. Like,
Yeah.
they're so bad at allocating money and staffing.
Absolutely. You're right. Yeah, you're right. I didn't notice that. The band was not playing. Okay, you're just playing. Yeah, so make up your mind. Well, I think the band is in between the numbers.
You know what? If you need to cut costs, you just do the DJ then.
All right. I'm going up to my office and planning an entirely new show. With 2 mortgages hanging over your head, what Cher should be working up is a brand new financial portfolio instead of screwing around with the lineup. I like how she's done now because Christina Aguilera can finally sing, something she could have done earlier in the film, but now kind of busted out. Cher decides to redo the whole show centered around her, and instead of having them lip syncing to Marilyn Monroe songs like we did in the Stats or some other, canned nonsense, they're going to do everything live.
They don't just do it live. Like, fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah.
But
they do.
They write all new songs. Like, it's not like she's just singing.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know they had to make that sweet, sweet money they didn't make from the soundtrack.
No, they didn't.
But, okay, so who wrote all these brand new original songs? I think it would have been a better movie if she had just sang covers of famous songs.
Okay, I agree. I can cite you that. Yeah, I didn't like most of the original ones. I didn't like any of the original ones, actually. There was barely anything memorable.
I think this was her worst album because it tanked. Because she put out
really?
a lot of very successful albums, and this one just tanked.
Oh, really?
And you can see why. It's terrible.
All right.
She
It's
never
a
really
derivative.
recovered from this either.
Wow, I can't believe Tess has you buried in the kick line. And I can't believe Aguilera is still wearing that Village People outfit after her number is long ended, 51-minute mark. So she does that number just like the biker from the Village People. Nobody's going to get that reference. And as a result, she goes out to see, it's a dude, his name is Eric Dane. He does a show right now. Crest has all the deep research on this crap. He does a show called The Last Ship or The Lost Ship or some shit that's on TNT.
He was on Grey's Anatomy. He was
We should mention he's a businessman who's building he's just a businessman, and he wants to.
No, he's a real estate magnate.
There you go. And he made an offer on the club, and Cher told him to go fuck off. She wasn't going to sell the club for $1 million. I think he doubles the offer, and she still tells him to fuck off because she wants to keep the club. Because the minute he gets it, he's going to rip it down and build high-rise condos. He dates everybody in the club, apparently. He's that guy who shows up that fucks all the burlesque dancers, and takes them out because he's got money and that kind of shit. Now he kind of has her on the radar because she can sing. There you go. You want to go get something to eat with us? Because now that you can sing like a drag queen, you're in the Cool Eaters Club. You know how that the burlesque dancers wouldn't give her the time of day until she can belt out her lungs, and then now all of a sudden she's
and that's
okay.
the thing. They weren't even like going out of their way to be mean to her. They just weren't. It was like an oversight. Like, oh, they didn't think to invite her before, but they made it like some tragic Mean Girls moment.
Mean Girls, yeah, exactly.
Oh, like I can't go get
it
pizza.
Is.
Oh, and I'm sorry, like showgirls in LA actually eat.
Yeah, well, also not
savage.
nice. Not everybody hangs out after working. It is a job. People have lives, boyfriends or whatever. They go home. Then everybody just goes to get something to eat at 2:00 in the morning. Like they're all in the, like you said, like it's a high school Mean Girls club. It doesn't work like that. These are grown adults. These guys aren't kids. They're not in college. All right, they got shit to do. I am a good girl. Really good at lip syncing your own vocals, apparently, at the 54-minute mark. Woo! That's Christina Aguilera now going into full-blown Star is Born mode as she headlines and lip syncing at her own vocals. So she's not singing live, guys.
Think she sucks at lip syncing. This shows
I
that she
agree.
really does sing live because she was terrible at lip syncing.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, she does do all of it. Yeah, and she's terrible in this, and you can tell, and it's just because you can tell the difference when it's recorded live and dubbed over. We can charge $50 a head now. No, you can't, guys. Aguilera's character isn't headlining on the Vegas Strip. It's just a shitty LA burlesque nightclub. So now, they're getting more people in the club, and Cher's like, well, we need to make more money. She goes like, well, now we can charge $50 a head. That's bullshit. Nobody's going to come see the Aguilera.
In LA, when something blows up like that, yeah.
Really? You think so? You think they're going to, $50 a head?
It's typically short-lived, but when something blows up, yeah, you can because everybody's trying to get in.
All right.
I've worked on shows that have tickets way higher than that.
To know a guy who takes his time, how many? I'm not singing that. How many musical numbers did Aguilera have built into her contract? The entire film feels like a boring concert movie for tweens. The back end of this movie is just loaded with her stuff, doing performances, and there's scenes in between, and they're
such
not great.
Shitty songs.
Their songs
God.
aren't great. She's not great doing them, and it's just like I said, it becomes like a concert film. Cher does have one song coming up near the end here that they finally showcase Cher, fucking Cher, guys, okay? But in the meantime, she is sidelined completely off for a good chunk of the running time, probably about 40 minutes of the movie. And it's all Christina Aguilera's nonsense, and like I said, not her good nonsense. It's just not very good role-work and stuff. How many girls have you used that line on? Well, as many as I can get away with playing a stock and cheesy character like this one. Eric Dane got to eat. Eric Dane, he tries to drop a line.
Eric Dane was making that sweet Grey's Anatomy money back then.
He was. He was a name back then, and he's kind of, I guess he's still kind of, he's on The Last Ship, which I guess is a popular show on TNT. It's in its 3rd or 4th season. I don't know. Cress is not here to do the shit on that. I'll have to ask her about it. But apparently he's good on that one, too. I like him as an actor. I thought, it's just a standard stock role. In fact, if Peter Gallagher wasn't playing the other character, he would have been playing this character. Because this is a Peter Gallagher role.
But he wasn't like an overtly like mustache twisting.
No, I don't think he wasn't a douche.
Which I actually appreciated.
Yeah. No, he wasn't like a total douche, and that's fine. Like I said, I like Eric Dane. I just didn't, I was wondering why he ended up in this film. It's Burlesque. Potty break time, folks. We're on the hour and 6-minute mark as Aguilera kicks into yet another contractually obligated musical number, which now only seem to exist to extend the already bloated running time. Film is 2 hours, didn't really need to be. And I think if they cut 2 musical numbers, we could have got that down to a manageable level. That's where she sings a burlesque title song. It sounds that's where she sings a burlesque title song, which sounds more like something off Aguilera's latest album than it does something organic to the material. I'm just drinking organic beer, folks. No tequila tonight.
That was supposed to be like a standalone.
Yeah, and it wasn't. Because it is. It's overproduced, so it looks like it's to be a single, and that's terrible too.
And the lyrics make no sense.
No, it's burlesque.
It's a word salad.
I know.
I
think
they just used so they could say burlesque over and over again.
I feel, burlesque is still is a unique art form. And Tanya K, I mentioned this before. I'm not dick sucking her. I'm just saying. I've seen her stuff and she does actual burlesque. And they must have been so insulted, the actual artists who exist all over the country. And this is still a very vibrant art form. This is how their craft is represented.
Wouldn't you? I mean, your profession couldn't be more grossly
misrepresented.
Being burlesque is just flouncing around in a bunch of random lingerie.
No, it's
lip syncing or maybe singing.
It's not a Vegas residence.
No, it's not. You're right.
Burlesque is about being really sexy and clever and
funny and big time,
and capturing your attention and getting in there. I don't know. This is just nonsense. This is someone didn't know what burlesque was and was like, I got it, guys. I got it. It's just walking around in your underwear, right?
Yeah, exactly. You snooze, you lose, pretty boy. Don't these employees have something better to do than watch Aguilera schmooze it up with a record producer? It's a busy nightclub. Hour and 11-minute mark.
Yeah, they're super busy.
Yeah,
he wouldn't have time to just stare at
it. Eric Dane brings in a record producer just for that one scene to say, and I guess the guy worked with Etta James. It was a stupid name drop, and it's a dumb scene. But again, these guys are standing around, not working, and the place is completely packed. Look, I've been to a lot of bars. When the place is busy, the bartenders are not doing this, okay? They're not just hanging over the bar watching other shit. They're working. They're fucking working. I got that track you wanted to rehearse for tomorrow night's show. There you go, Griff. So now we're going to stop the film cold so Cher can perform her contractually obligated solo number on the hour and 14-minute mark. And then I wrote yawn. Then I wrote it's not even a burlesque number, guys. It's just a standard Cher power ballad. That song was terrible.
It's supposed to be like a Mama Rose thing. My time.
My time to go to the bathroom. Fucking bullshit. Like I said, I like Cher's career. I know I make a lot of fun of her, and I did in the last one. But I acknowledge her career and her impact, her musical contributions to, culture and stuff like that. But man, just pissing away shit here, and it's just so aggravating. She's already done that power ballad shit from the 80s, so I didn't want to see it again. Or hear it again, I should say. She's not, very good in it. And nobody remembers the song. Nobody ever sings that song. It's probably not on her greatest hits like Polton said, that, or you said, whoever said the album tanked. So, it's one of these things that just evaporate. And all that work goes for nothing. How many times have I held your head over a toilet bowl while you threw up everything but your memories? It's pretty much every week here in the restroom, folks. So,
if she was that drunk, wouldn't she be throwing up her memories too? Because she wouldn't remember.
That bitch can drink. And then she drives off. She doesn't she? She has a big blowout.
Yeah.
We should say Kristen Bell is the drunk.
She claims she slept with her with Cher's now ex-husband the night after the honeymoon.
Oh, it's great. They have a big blowout outside in the parking lot because Cher needed to hear this nonsense after everything else. Kristen Bell can't even play drunk really well, but she drives
now.
off. Now she can? Okay, now she can. All right. There you go. Life is about the choices you make. And we really made a bad one when we watched this turd. Hey-oh, okay. I hate when they get those little philosophical nuggets they deliver in a burlesque film or any stripper film. Oh, they always have those nuggets. Like in any seedy, seemingly seedy type of profession, bartending or stripping or burlesque, they always got these philosophical bubbles that pop up. It's all about choices,
and they have layered meetings.
Yeah, you guys, these people are trying to score heroin, all right? This is not how it really works. I love this song. How the hell did Boston's More Than a Feeling end up in a film about burlesque dancing? That's like having the Village People's Macho Man show up in a Western. What is going on here? We should mention that the bartender really wants to fuck Christina Aguilera, but he can't pull the trigger on this. So as a result, she ends up tooling around town with the Eric Dane character who's got the money. And it goes back and forth and back and forth. They have a blowout, a big fight. And then now one of the other idiot dancers is getting married because she got knocked up. So this is a wedding scene. This is why I talk about this. Boston's More Than a Feeling, which had no business being in this film. And that kid wouldn't even know Boston's More Than a Feeling. He's too fucking young. Yeah, so there's a couple problems here.
I know that song. And
yeah, but I think age. No, you're older than him. I think in this, Cam Gidget. I don't know how he was.
No, back then. Okay, him back then.
Him back then.
Like we were the same age. Yeah.
And we're getting
anyone who's done karaoke knows Boston's More Than a Feeling.
Yeah. Okay, all right. And we're getting right now. We're coming up on Sarah Polton's favorite scene in the film. Here we go. Get some lube.
He was screaming at his girlfriend. She's I guess like her fiance.
Yeah, they broke up.
She stood him up at the wedding, right. And so he said,
we're done.
Well, he kind of vaguely implied to her that maybe sort of they were over.
Right.
Depending on how you interpreted that. And then he got wasted and was like, yeah, I love this song.
Yeah, please don't you ever use that in a film like this again. Cute jammies. Film tries to meet cute Aguilera right now in a roomy bartender a full hour and a half into the running time, meaning basically we're past the point of caring whether or not they get together. As they're going through that, he's getting less and less clothes on.
She's planning on going to sleep in her skin-tight dress.
Oh, yeah, because that's what, women always do.
As you do.
So, Paul, how you holding up in this scene? Because he took off his top and he's in pretty good shape. Then he took off his bottom and showing that ass. Polton probably had a couple private moments.
I swear to God, when they first showed him coming out of the doors, he had boxer briefs on.
Yeah.
And then they cut. I think that was a continuity error. And then they show him, and he obviously doesn't have.
He's in good shape. I'm going to acknowledge that.
He's in good shape.
Oh
He's
boy,
in
here we go.
perfect shape.
Okay.
Sarah. Call me if you're listening.
Cam. Yeah, Sarah Polton is available.
If you need to stay in the DC area, give me a call, and I will let you sleep on my couch. You can't see me winking.
Right.
Okay.
I'm bound to you, and unfortunately, we're bound to having watched Aguilera croon in another music video while her and the bartender bang.
Ridiculous.
Guys.
Nightmare combination of a bridesmaids and prom dress.
What is going on? She's singing and they're fucking. They're not even. We didn't get a sex scene.
They don't even show it. They just show the pillow talk in between, and then he's like,
right.
All right, I'm ready again.
Yeah. We get no, because I don't think she really wanted to do anything with the guy. I don't think she liked him.
Oh, in real life?
In real life. I think in real life, I don't think she was really into the actor. I don't think maybe they got along because that's why they really don't do anything. They
have no chemistry.
They have no chemistry. We understand that, but I'm talking just in terms of contractual stuff. Not showing stuff, but just going through the motions of making love. They don't even do that. It really goes right for her singing to, like you just said, pillow talk, and then, him saying, well, I'm ready again, and then back to her singing, and then back to pillow talk. It's boring, guys.
I think they do this, weird cosplay scene where he's, a role-playing where he's in, a captain's hat, and she's putting up her stockings.
What is that scene?
Side-highs, and he's like, do it again.
Yeah, he's taking pictures.
It's so weird. It's role-playing on the Love Boat. He
was Isaac.
It was so
Captain
weird.
Stupid.
He can do whatever he wants.
Oh, here we go. All right, Polton. Wow, we gotta get a hose you down at the end of this show. Jesus. All right. I won a Nashville teen songwriting contest, and then I wrote ha 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 ha. What the explanation? Who gives a shit? So apparently, but he's super shy.
Something somebody made up to impress a girl.
Right. So after this sequence, this love sequence and the song, what's her name, the fucking fiance, decides to show up at the apartment. Of course, they're in bed together.
She's not even pretty. Well, at least you were right about that.
So basically, they break up. Obviously, she runs off and
she goes, oh, you didn't break, and he goes, you got it. Then he kicks her out. She's like naked and he's like, you gotta leave now. And she's like, you didn't break it off. Bitch, you think he breaks up with somebody like me with a text message?
Exactly.
Which I kind of appreciated.
So there's a whole blowout scene. So Aguilera flees that apartment. She doesn't want to stay there, and she goes to see Stanley Tucci at his place. And of course, ends up inadvertently, Stanley Tucci had an overnight guest, a good-looking dude, that answers the door. The line is, here we go, folks.
The DJ from the wedding.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. It was the DJ. Sorry, did I call you Mike last night? And then I said, nice to see gay men run into the same trouble remembering names. I'd be really embarrassed if I called Anthony Dinar by his brother's name. Hello! Oh, man. Can't wait for the comment on that one. There you go. There's your Anthony Diner shout out for this one. It's not a judgment. It's the truth. Just like the truth, this film is utterly pointless. Yeah, so basically, they go to make up. Cher has been running around town at every bank trying to get money. And finally, Stanley Tucci's like, look, it's not you don't have the fucking money. It's not a judgment. It's not a truth. I thought, like I said, Stanley Tucci was much more interesting to watch in this film than any of the other actors. I liked his character in essence, and I liked his line delivery, and I liked, the way he interacted with Cher. I just wish.
Well, and it felt effortless.
It does. Because he's gotten to that point where it really is. He was really good in the Transformers film, and I hate this. I know a lot of people really fucking hate those movies, but in Age of Extinction, which unfortunately is not the last one, Stanley Tucci does play Steve Jobs type character, and he was like this same type of character where you're like, every time he's on screen, you're like, oh, made the Transformers tolerable. He's that good. He can make Transformers good. He can make a Michael Bay good. A lot of dick sucking tonight for Stanley Tucci, but you know what? He earned it. Let me tell you, the guy is really that good. So I don't mind giving a little extra love to this actor. Do you ever listen to anything other than the sound of your own voice? And I get this question a lot. Strangely enough.
But Cher comes back one final time.
Oh boy!
With a bottle of Patron.
Patron. This episode and the movie sponsored by Patron.
Drink every time you hear the word Patron. Or see a bottle of Patron.
Actually,
you will have drank an entire bottle of Patron.
Please sit down, ladies. I guess actor James Brolin was doing a drive-by past the set that day, and they roped him into doing a scene. Either that or he was banging Cher.
No, he's married to Streisand.
Oh, shit, that's right. So why is he here, then, at the hour and 43-minute mark? Did he really?
I don't know. He's like, Barbara wanted them to get out of the house for a while.
Just like an hour or two? Yeah, so he decided to go do a movie, I guess. James Brolin, first of all, anybody watching the film who's fans of Aguilera, they're not going to know who the hell James Brolin is. So this guy, it's anybody. I barely recognize him. I'm like, oh, shit, that's James Brolin.
Fans of Cher.
I would have rather watched a film with James Brolin. Anyway, she goes to James Brolin, who owns the apartment complex that's going to be opening up across the street, or condos, I should say. And they managed to make a deal to save the bar so they don't have to sell it to the Eric Dane character, and everything can live happily ever after. We're kind of blowing through some of that plot, but that really, guys, it's an off-the-shelf plot. It's real estate.
It's like The Big Short.
Fucking boring.
With, like, non-stripping.
I've been looking for you because we can't end this tour without a happy romantic ending for Aguilera and the bartender. They get back together. Film ends with a big splashy musical number at the hour and 51-minute mark, which is your cue, folks, to run to the bar, refill your drinks.
Finally wrote, like, the guy who was the national singer-songwriter.
In Nashville. Nashville.
Yeah,
teen songwriting. Right, exactly. Fill your drinks, folks, and forget this mess. Normally I say crest on credits. Griffin on credits? There was nothing at the end of the credits, right?
I didn't.
Nothing during. Well, it's a big. It's a big splashy musical number. It doesn't mean shit. As Burlesque.
No, I watched the whole musical number. But
do you know there's like some junkyard in LA that has those burlesque letters propped up somewhere like it's in a horror film? They're big letters, the lighted letters.
Like Vegas neon.
Yeah. Or they're yeah. For shitty movies like this, there's a graveyard for it. Oh my God, guys, it's a musical in the loosest sense of the word. It's classified as a drama musical. The drama's terrible.
It's a 2-hour-long promo.
It really, for Christina Aguilera's next album, which bombed.
Yeah.
What a shame. What a waste of, like, actual talent. Alan Cumming, Stanley Tucci, Cher to a certain degree, just completely sidelined for Aguilera. I don't know if she was a diva on this shoot. I
heard she was.
Okay.
And I heard she and Cher did not get along.
All right, well, that explains it. You can see that then on the screen.
Surprise.
All right, so there you go, folks. That is, that is Burlesque for this week, and we took it out and we danced to it and played with it. Polton played with it a little longer than we did. Way too long. Can we flush it, ladies? Can we please flush it?
Yes.
Nobody's going to sing a Christina Aguilera song. All right. Oh, my God. All right, there you go, folks. Consider it flushed. That is it for this week. I want to thank my lovely co-cinematic flushers, Midwest Movie Mogul, Colleen Griffin, and sassy cinephile, Sarah Polton. Great job, as always, ladies. We're going to be back next week to torture you with something else. It will be non-musical. We'll hopefully Crest will be back in the bowl, and we're going to have a guest to level us out, as always. Until then, say goodbye, ladies.
Bye-bye. Bye.
All right, we'll take it.
Biatch.
All right, a little late, but we'll take it.
Hi, this is Sarah Polton, and I want to thank you for listening to This Week and every week as we flush these turds down our cinematic bowl here in the restroom. And by turds, I mean the movies, not my ex-boyfriends. If you haven't already, please subscribe to us on iTunes and Google Play Music so we can attract more listeners and so you don't miss a single episode. We love feedback, so email us at signalsoffury@gmail.com with your comments and suggestions for future flushes. Also, be sure to check out our home restroom on the net, signalsoffury.com. Until next time, remember, we're here to flush it, so you don't have to see it. I'm Sarah Polton, and this has been the award-winning Soiled Restroom Cinema.